Show. Here's CJ.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Oh, here we go. Welcome back to our daily show on this Tuesday morning, the 6th day of August. On the line, joining us by phone is Camille Brooks, the Director of Programming and Events for the Gateway Arch Park Foundation. Camille, good morning and happy Tuesday to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for giving us the time this morning. It's, just being right across the river, I always find it fascinating, just being here in Alton, how sometimes we're closer to you guys than we are, some of our neighbors here on the Illinois side of the Metro East. And we have a great opportunity this weekend for some great music.
We absolutely do. It's at the Gateway Arch National Park, our hometown, national park here in St. Louis. And of course, right close to our friends in Illinois as well. It's the only music festival of its kind that takes place on national park grounds. So we're really excited about that. And the festival kicks off this Friday, the 9th. We have music starting at 4. And then all day on Saturday from 12 to 8 with a fireworks spectacular at the end, and then brunch on the weekend, on Sunday, I'm sorry. So really excited, to have people come down.
Well, and on top of that, too, we're on your website now following online at archpark.org/events, Blues at the Arch, and just seeing the lineup. I was over on the dial in St. Louis for a couple of years, Camille, and Jeremiah Johnson, the Soulard Blues Band, Amber Bullock. I mean, these are just incredible artists all weekend long.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we wanted to make sure that we had some hometown representation, but also some regional and national artists as well. We'll start the show with Amber. So she's our opening act on Friday. And this year we're wanting to tell the story of, blues and how it started and how it has been an inspiration, kind of a jumping off point for all other genres of music. So we'll start with Amber and a little gospel, blues rendition. And then we have DK Harrell coming from the New Orleans area. So we'll be excited to have him there. But like you said, Jeremiah Johnson, Soulard Blues Band. We'll mix it up a little bit with Lamar Harris and some jazzy tributes. So it should really be a good time.
Well,
and the weather is going to be perfect.
That's what I was getting. You hit it right on the head just there. I was telling people today, I said, name me the first week in August you remember where the temperature will be below 85 degrees all day on a Saturday.
I know. So we're so excited about that. Last year, I think it was 95 was the temperature. So this year we've got a little bit of a reprieve, some great music, and we just really expect the crowds to come down, hang out, have a good time. Our mission at the foundation is to get people to come down to the Arch grounds for more than just that one trip to the top, but to experience it in a lot of new and in different ways. And so our sponsor this year is RiverBender.com. And again, the goal is to get people to visit Missouri, hang out, and enjoy it in lots of new and different ways.
Well, and what I think is really cool is the way that you guys have really spread this event out to incorporate all aspects of the St. Louis Metro East. I wanted to ask you if it's okay, Camille, about the Kids Corner for families and maybe young parents out there that like to take advantage of a free weekend underneath the Gateway Arch. What's that Kids Corner look like?
Yeah, so the Kids Corner, again, just an opportunity for you to bring your family down. So we have yard games. We have this really cool building blocks where you get to build the arch. We have cornhole and the giant Jenga and the giant yard games. But we also have a really cool musical petting zoo. Our friends at the National Blues Museum, who are also our partners in this event, they bring down all of these instruments because we want kids to get introduced to the instruments, to be able to touch and feel them and see what they are. And maybe spark some interest for the next generation of artists.
That's really cool. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
but again, like you said, for families, It's a festival, it's free, and we got to have something for the kids.
100%. Well, I don't know if James told you this yet or not, Camille, but I'm a very nosy person, and I saw that and I saw that on Sunday, the 11th, there is going to be a blues brunch. Fill me in.
Yes. So to, kind of bring the weekend to a close, we thought, what else can we do? And everybody loves a good brunch, right? And so we're partnering with 612 North, which is, again, still in that North Gateway area of the Arch Grounds. They have a beautiful view of the Arch and the Arch Grounds, and the Coleman Hughes Project will be performing there. So it's a unlimited brunch. So you pay for your tickets, and then you can upgrade for unlimited mimosas or, whatever you want to do. There's a full bar.
That sounds you had me at mimosas, Camille.
But it's a good time. It's from 10 to 2. It is a ticketed event. So the rest of the weekend is free, but this one is ticketed. And tickets are available on our website. But and kids are allowed to come, offered to come as well. So, but it's just a great time to end the weekend on a cool and fun note, to be able to sit down and enjoy the artist and just, settle in for the weekend.
Well, and also, I did not know this. Wanted to touch on the other activities and how guests are encouraged to explore the National Blues Museum. Is that near the? I'm sorry, I feel kind of silly for asking this question. Is that on the Arch grounds?
It's not on the Arch grounds, but when we started the festival back in 2016, it was to celebrate the opening of, the National Blues Museum. And so we partnered with them to do this. And so we do encourage, it's a short walk from the North Gateway area, and they have lots of, just rich history about blues in St. Louis. And then at the festival itself, we actually will have one of their traveling exhibits about queens of the blues or women of the blues. And it has some really cool, just artifacts and information and cool pictures about women who have been pivotal in the, in the blues genre. So you can get a little sneak peek of the museum. And then, of course, you can head on over to get, your full view of all the things that they have.
Well, and on top of that, too, what entices me, I don't know, maybe it's the Italian in me, but it's the food. I just love a good food lineup, and it's the vendors that you guys have are just incredible. If you could preview the vendors, the food and drink options, just in case it might entice us a little bit more to hop in the car this weekend.
Yes. So we have the Mobile with the best burgers in St. Louis.
That is true.
They are so good, and they, like farm raised their cows and everything. It's fantastic. But then there's jive turkey. So we have turkey, we have tacos, we have hibachi, we have one of my favorites, Norwal's there with some cool, craft beverages, and again, family friendly. So we have the non-alcoholic ones as well. Poor Decisions will be there, serving up some cocktails, beer, and wine as well. So just a good, array of things for everybody. Cool treats, warm stuff, finger foods, just really good. So you can get some good music, some good food. And we also have on Saturday, you can kind of elevate your experience. We have an elevated tent where you can meet and greet the artist, get some little, treats and bites over there as well.
So is this the premium experience?
Yes.
You're a mind reader. I'm telling you, this has been awesome. This has been a great interview. We're just rolling right into them. So fill me in. So this is only $35 for us to unlock this?
Yes. So, again, festival is free, but we thought, what can we do, to take it up a notch for those people who are interested in the premium experience? And so it's a tented area over in the Explorers Garden because, again, we want you to explore the Arch grounds as much as possible. But when you're there, you get a tote bag and a lanyard. You get some sweet treats. The artists will come in and out after their performances, and so you can meet and greet and take pictures, get their autographs, and that sort of thing. So it's a really good value for $35. And again, it's still on the grounds. It's still within the festival. You can pop in and out throughout the afternoon if you'd like.
That is so cool. You know, Camille, if it's okay for me to ask, what's your favorite part about being a part of the organization? Because to me, there's got to be so many nuances to the foundation that it's just got to be a wonderful experience.
It is. I mean, it really has been probably my favorite job that I've had ever.
That's awesome.
So being from St. Louis, and of course, the Arch is what we all know is the symbol of home in the Metro East area, just in general. When we see the Arch, we see home. And so to be able to have a role where I celebrate it on a regular basis, I am inviting people down to see it on a regular basis. At the foundation, our mission is to, conservation, preservation, and education. So how can we, tell the stories that happened here on the Arch grounds and what's continuing to happen, but also preserve it so that for generations to come, people are able to come down, enjoy it, and have the great memories that we all have.
Well, and that's such a good point too. And what I wanted to kind of touch on also while I had you is I was just sitting there the other day, and to hear about the connection the Arch really has with the region, not just really the Alton side or the Missouri side, but just the regional side, where so many folks have contributed to, their family's history has been, building the Arch or being a part of that build process. I just find that so fascinating. And
It really is.
it's been such a pleasure speaking with you. And for more information, is archpark.org the best website to go to?
Absolutely, yes. Archpark.org /blues for information on the blues, but just visit our website and learn more about our organization and how we are working to support the Arch and keep it vibrant and active for generations to come.
That sounds great. Camille, thank you so much for your time. We've been talking to Camille Brooks, the Director of Programming and Events for the Arch Foundation. And Camille, once again, anytime you want to come back on the show, the floor is always going to be open for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem. At 10:24, a little bit of change. We'll take a quick break, and our daily show rolls right around the corner after this.